Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to present you the Tribal Chief.
We have a special guest today. Roman looking great. Plastic surgery's looking stiff.
Immaculate.
Look at him. Look at his shirt.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Belt. Man, so
Wreck everyone and leave.
Yeah. Anyway.
Don't mind my voice croaked in the middle there. I was like, ah.
Yeah, John woke up not that long ago and has not had enough coffee.
Yeah, so.
This is going to be an interesting show. Look at him.
I like your new intangibles.
Intangibles?
Is that our names there? I don't know the Twitch lingo.
What's an intangible? Please let us know. But yes, if you hadn't noticed our names today, I am the Bloodline Bitch.
And
my name is
I
Kendra.
am the Drama Bull.
Anyway, so as we all know, tonight is Extreme Rules. And it's my first ever Extreme Rules.
It's my first ever Extreme Rules too, actually.
Because it's like newer of a pay-per-view, if I believe. I think it was like 2013, oh, there he goes.
Yeah,
2015 when it started, which was like after your heyday.
Yeah, my Paul Heyman days.
My Paul heyday.
I'm a Paul Heyman guy.
Apparently a lot of guys holding up signs are Paul Heyman guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul Hyman guys.
I don't know about all that.
Anyway.
But yeah, tonight's Extreme Rules, we're very, very excited about it. Also, don't you think
Pay
preview sounds better?
The name's already been set.
Yeah, where were you when we were having these
This was months ago.
Company meetings?
I think pre-preview flows nicely.
Yeah. But I do like pay preview.
Like
I don't want people to think they have to pay
to preview it. But yeah, so we're very excited for Extreme Rules tonight, and we're going to go over all of the matches, which there aren't very many because we have like back-to-back title matches.
Yeah, there's only... I wasn't invited. I'm sorry. You'll be invited to the next one. Yeah, it's interesting because they're almost all in exclusively title matches, and only one of them is not.
Yeah. Also, I mean, this happened to us last month. What the fuck was last month?
SummerSlam.
Oh yeah. Oh, how could I forget? Where we had like a last minute, like unannounced preview match,
right?
Which was Baron Corbin and Big E, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So I didn't see anything on the WWE website that says that there is a preview match, so we could be missing one, but
right.
For the main lineup, we are going to go over the 6 matches that are happening today.
As the major shareholder, I have the right to veto. Maybe that's what the MS stands for. One true villain, major shareholder.
Whenever we become popular enough to have a Patreon, that's going to be the top tier.
Yeah.
Major shareholder.
Major shareholder.
Asterisk not legally binding. But yeah, so let's kick this off.
Yeah.
You've got work in a few hours. We gotta.
Yeah. If anyone watching is in the Tampa Bay area, come check out Evil Dead the Musical at Stageworks Theater, October 13th through the 31st. How to plug that.
Yeah, if you're a stalker, I guess that was a nice insight into John's whereabouts.
It'd be nice. I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't.
I'm just kidding. Don't stalk me. Anyway, you should do a watch along.
You say that every time.
We gotta figure that out. I promise you, we're gonna do some homework and we're gonna figure out how we can do that.
How we can Twitch good. How we can Twitch good.
Yeah, how we can Twitch a little bit better than we do. But yes, let's kick this off. Is this the order of the matches, or
Girl,
is this
I have no fucking idea. I put it in an order that made sense to me. It is the order that it was put in the WWE website, which I think last month was the correct order.
Okay.
But I mean, we'll never know for sure.
Yeah.
But let's start with the match that has the least on the line. No offense. This is the one match that's not a title match. And it is Carmella versus Liv Morgan. And inevitably, Zelina Vega is going to show up at some point.
Right.
So I still think that Liv Morgan is going to win. Carmella has lost like a lot, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
She's still the most beautiful woman in all of the WWE, but I don't know though, because last SmackDown, Raw, where SmackDown. Yes, I know where people are. Zelina Vega won.
Yeah.
Against Liv Morgan, and that was kind of surprising, only because Carmella was like,
she distracted her a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, I still think Liv Morgan is gonna win.
I also think Liv Morgan's gonna win. She's such a strange like superstar that they have, because a lot of people seem to like her, but I don't know. It's like
she's not utilized very much.
Yeah, so I think I would feel a little more differently about her if she got to do more.
Right.
But it's like I feel like they've been setting her up for a title match for months now, and it's like, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah. Give us something.
Yeah. So I also think Liv Morgan is going to win, though. If Carmella wins, it'll be because Zelina comes out. But
yeah, or if it's like a disqualification or something, it's going to be because Zelina Vega got involved.
Right. Although with a title like Extreme Rules, I don't think disqualifications are going to be a big thing.
Here's another thing. I don't know what Extreme Rules means. Are all the matches going to be under like a different set of rules?
I definitely know Roman Reigns and Finn Balor, or the Demon, are going to be in a specific Extreme Rules match, which is like no DQ, anything goes, blah 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 blah. But I don't know if all the matches are
like that. Interesting. I guess we'll fucking find out.
Yeah, like I said, this is also my first Extreme Rules.
This is all very new to all of us. All right, so that's our prediction for that match. We think Liv Morgan is going to win. If Carmella wins, honestly, I kind of like Carmella.
I do too.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
Like when she broke her nose and was just screeching.
Oh my God.
Her way out. Yeah, she's good. I like
when
her.
She went to the commentators table and was just like not paying attention to the fucking match.
Yeah, she's like, I want to talk about me. I like it. I'm into the gimmick.
Yeah.
How many matches are announced? 6 so far. We're gonna go through all the 6 ones. That's not to say that they can't like be like, oh, preview match these people,
right?
Like they did last time. But these are the ones that they have out on their website. So the next match. Now we're getting in all the championship matches, the title matches. So the next match is for the Raw Women's Championship title, and it is Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss, which is interesting because I feel like their beef is so very recent.
Right.
And Charlotte Flair hasn't been the champion, well, this time around, for very long.
Right.
That leads me to believe that she's going to stay champion. I don't know if Alexa Bliss is going to be able to take that from her.
Right.
But Alexa Bliss is very interesting to me, especially being someone new to the WWE. I get most people's things, and then it's like, oh yeah, she like does magic and shit. And
right.
I'm like, interesting.
Right.
But we haven't seen her do very much spooky shit recently, so I'm interested to see if any of that pops back up in this match.
Right.
Because that's like her thing, and I kind of want to see more of her thing.
Right. Yeah, it's funny putting her against that guy. Looks like Alani J. Painter. Is that me? Am I that guy? I don't know.
I hope it's not me. I'm not a guy.
But yeah, it's interesting seeing her put against someone so like serious as Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
Because you could put her against like a Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, and like what's that guy, fucking Reggie?
Yeah, Reggie.
And it's like you can get a little goofy with superstars like that, but with Charlotte Flair, it's like that same thing doesn't really play.
Which I think I like that dynamic of
Me
her
too.
just being like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Right.
You're playing with dolls. I'm just trying to be
right.
the champion.
I think we're in for a good match because one, y'all, we can
hate Charlotte Flair if you want. She is insane.
She's insanely talented. So yeah, she always puts on a good show. And every time I almost said Liv Morgan. Every time Alexa Bliss is there, she's always very entertaining.
Yeah.
And like at Money in the Bank, she was awesome. They had to all fucking pile ladders on her just to keep her from winning.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm actually very excited to see this match.
Me too. I like them both, and we don't get to see a lot of Alexa Bliss actually wrestling.
As far as like predictions go, I think I'm right there with you. I think it's gonna be Charlotte Flair, and honestly, I hope it's Charlotte Flair because if it was Alexa Bliss, I just know that at Monday Night Raw, Charlotte Flair would just come out and start beating the absolute shit out of her, and if we're gonna go to a new champion, I want to see a little bit of a different story happen afterward. Because I feel like after Charlotte lost to Nikki, same thing happened. Like she was like, "All right, I just want my title back."
Yeah.
So,
and I also would want to see more lead up to it. Like I would want months of beef for like that moment.
Right.
If Charlotte Flair does lose her title tonight, do you think that would set up perhaps a transition from Raw to SmackDown during the draft next week?
Yes. I think if anyone loses their title tonight, I think you could say that may set up
case for
a potential draft. Because that's right, the draft. We should do something for the draft.
I think we should do a stream before the draft. I don't know when.
The draft
starts Friday.
I think it starts next Friday.
This Friday. Well, this upcoming Friday.
Yeah, this upcoming Friday.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know days.
It's okay. But yeah, I definitely think we should do something, if not just like a sheet, just being like, here's where we think people are going to go.
Right.
Oh my God.
Our counsel, One True Villain MS, has got a point. Thank you, wise man. Wise person.
Wise person. Yeah, thanks. I always fucking forget, and I spend so long getting all of these. Anyway, thank you.
We should do our own draft. That'd be kind of fun. Like if we could do like a prediction / like fantasy draft.
Oh gosh, we're stepping into like honest to God, didn't know until like last month that there was even a draft for the WWE.
Right.
I knew there was a draft for like football. That's the world that I grew up in.
Right.
Not wrestling. So I was like, draft?
There was one year, I was a kid. It might have been like fucking 2004, 2005. But there was one year they did the draft, and at the end of the program, all of the Raw and SmackDown stars were just fucking fighting each other.
Hell yeah.
They all came out to the ring, and they were all just
like
beating the shit out of each other, and the show ended that way.
That's funny.
Yeah, I just remember being like, what the fuck?
So during this draft, I know this is a little off topic. We won't steer too far from Extreme Rules. But during the draft, is it everyone on the roster is up to move?
I believe so.
Oh gosh, how would we even know how many people there are?
Yeah, again, it's been years since I've seen one. I'm assuming though that like the Universal Championship will stay at SmackDown. I'm assuming the WWE Championship will stay at Raw, just to keep those two titles separate.
Yeah.
But I think like there are certain titles that are interchangeable. I think like Intercontinental Champion could be at Raw, and the United States Championship could be at SmackDown.
Yeah.
So like let's just say Damian Priest retains his title. I think there's still a possibility for him to be drafted over.
Yeah.
So I guess with that logic, I kind of walked myself into a circle there, or I did a 180. I was just like, I guess anyone could be changed anywhere, which is fun about the.
There are some titles that have to stay in certain places.
Yeah. Well, like the Raw.
6 rounds. Oh Lord.
Oh wow. Well, yeah, that's why they're switching it. That's why they're putting it into 2 different nights, though.
Yeah, that would make sense.
The rest get drafted online. Okay, so probably some of the lesser folks.
Oh, okay.
That you won't hear about, but
people I don't know.
Like fucking R-Truth.
Yeah. But yeah, well, I definitely want to do something for it, even if it's just something on Instagram. But just keep an eye out on our social medias because we'll let you know what we're going to do for the draft when that happens. So, yes, the Raw Women's Championship title, we think that it's going to stay
Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte
the Queen.
Flair. And I think Charlotte's going to get a new Charlie doll tonight.
Yeah. I think that we're gonna see a crowd full of Charlies. Because you can buy that fucking
Those
thing.
dolls are fucking creepy.
Yeah.
It's the teeth. Anyway, next up, speaking of the United States Championship, we have a title match, a triple threat match, which was not originally a triple threat match. I actually had to re-download this graphic because it was just supposed to be Damian Priest versus Sheamus.
Oh, really?
But yeah, last Raw, Jeff Hardy earned his chance to be part of this title match. So now we have Damian Priest versus Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy in a bid for the United States Championship title. And I think, and I hope that Damian Priest keeps it.
I forgot to check the audio. Hang on.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah, we sound good. All right.
Good.
Anyway, sorry about that. Yes, I also think Damian Priest will keep it. But
You think Sheamus has something up his sleeve?
no,
Oh, okay.
I don't think Sheamus is going to get the title back. I also don't think what?
Remember when Jeff Hardy threw his piss in Sheamus's face? No.
Great stuff.
Don't remember that at all.
I don't remember that either.
But perhaps they'll bring up that beef tonight.
Yeah, right? I was going to say, the fact that they're bringing Jeff Hardy into a pay-per-view match,
Yeah.
I don't know, that's interesting. And regardless of how he does in the ring, whenever Jeff Hardy comes out, people love him.
People be screaming?
People be screaming.
Yeah.
I know I'd be screaming.
His fucking dance.
So, I don't know. It's like, I really, really like Damian Priest. But just knowing that, like, Jeff Hardy's like an OG and stuff like that, I'm like, it'd be kind of cool to see him have a title again.
Yeah, but he's not in very many matches.
But he could be.
I guess he could be. This was a surprise to me. I did not think that they were going to, add anyone else to this fucking beef in the first place. But I didn't think that it would be Jeff Hardy. Like, when they had that match, I thought he was going to lose.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Because I've never seen him at a pay-per-view before.
Right.
It's only been a few months, and I don't see him wrestle very often.
Yeah.
So
that motherfucker's crazy.
Yeah, he is indeed crazy.
He used to be jumping off of 25-foot ladders and shit.
He's one of the
through
ones.
tables.
He's one of the ones where it's like I didn't know his name, but I remember his face. Like he's that big that like even me, someone with no wrestling knowledge, as a younger person, I knew that he was like a wrestler who existed.
Right.
Never knew his name though.
Yeah. But. So I don't know. I'm a little confused on this one. I don't know if
you know what they're setting up here.
Yeah, I don't know. But ultimately, I think Damian Priest I think he's gonna win. I think he's gonna keep his title.
As long as he doesn't fucking break his back, like he did last time.
Ooh, yeah.
That was rough.
That was rough.
So yeah, that's our prediction for the United States Championship. Next, I doubt they're gonna do it in this order. But next on our list is the SmackDown Women's Championship title match between, what did she call herself? Big Bex. Oh,
Big Time Bex.
Big Time Bex. The man Becky Lynch and the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. My favorite. I love Bianca Belair. So perhaps this next statement will be biased, but I want Bianca to win.
Yes. Well, we want Bianca to win.
Crush Becky Lynch.
I think Bianca's winning. I think Becky Lynch's return was a temporary thing. I think she's going to be she's a new mom. So,
new mom.
She's a new mom. I think she's going to come back and forth for like bigger events. And maybe I'm wrong, but long story short, I think Bianca takes the title back tonight. I
fucking hope so. And I will say, I was very, very, very upset during SummerSlam.
Oh, y'all, if anyone is new to what we're doing here, you can go on our YouTube channel, and we did another one of these pre-previews for SummerSlam, but we also did a pre-preview aftermath on the very next day. That's also on YouTube, and we talk at length about the Bianca Belair squash by Becky Lynch. So if you want to check out our feelings, go to Perez Periódico on YouTube.
Yeah, but long story short, we were mad because it was unfair and stupid, and I hated every moment of it. But I will say, I said it then. I was like, they still have the opportunity to work their way out of this. Mm-hmm. And I think having this big beef set up, obviously turning Becky Lynch into a heel, mm-hmm. I think it works. And I appreciate that they did that. And they weren't just like, okay, like on to whoever's going to try to challenge her next.
Right.
I like that they stuck with Bianca Belair because I need to see some closure. And even though it was a month late, we will finally be getting that match. If they try to I don't think they would do it again because I think they realized like, oh, people didn't like that she lost in 26 seconds or whatever, 15 seconds. So I think we're going to get a full-sized match.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially with 6 matches over, 2 or 3 hours.
Right.
I think we're going to get a good meaty match finally. And like I said before, if there's a good match with like meat to it and Bianca Belair loses, I will be way less upset than what happened at SummerSlam.
Yeah, absolutely. But yes, I think Bianca's going to take the title back, and I think now there's a couple different things they could do. Let's say Becky Lynch isn't leaving again and is just, is going to be sticking around. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing her go over to Raw and take on Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, I would love to see that too.
So I think that would be an interesting, especially because a few months back, remember Charlotte flipped off the audience because they kept chanting, "We want Becky."
Yeah.
So I think that would be an interesting dynamic to have in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any actual beef in there.
Probably not.
I have a feeling Charlotte's probably a lot nicer in person than she is.
I would hope so.
I would hope so too. But anyway, that said, I really want them to go back and finish the Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks.
Yeah, where's Sasha Banks been?
Although Sasha Banks is another one. If she went over to Raw, I think Raw's quality just goes up from there. Because again, if Becky Lynch stayed at SmackDown and Sasha Banks went over to Raw, would also like to see Sasha Banks go for the Raw title.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Sasha Banks.
She's filming Mandalorian or something.
I don't know. It's just so bizarre to me. Like, even Becky Lynch keeps talking about how last minute she was needed for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And I think I don't think that's just her saying that as her character. I think that's genuine. Like, I think they legitimately called her in last minute to have her come back. And if that's the case, then I want to know why. I
still think that calling
you just think it was
the CM Punk
reaction
thing at AEW, yeah.
But then where's Sasha Banks?
I genuinely think even if it's not she does other shit.
Well, yeah, but like I don't know. It just obviously whatever she had planned wasn't supposed to conflict with SummerSlam. So the fact that she didn't show up, which we know why, but then like unheard of since then. I don't know. Something smells fishy, and I don't like it.
I think you're overthinking it.
Well,
I think
that's the whole point of today.
I think you're WandaVision theorizing
That's
here.
what makes it fun.
Sure, Jan.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway. Bianca Belair, I think, is taking the title tonight.
Yes, I think so, too. What if Sasha Banks shows up tonight?
She fucking might.
That would be awesome. I would love... Oh, my gosh, if she... Well, okay, they kind of already did that. Where she came back, and then she was on Bianca Belair's side, but then fucked her over.
Well, I think if she came back and helped Bianca, it's because she wants to win the title from Bianca.
Yeah, true. Like last time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm interested. I would love to see Sasha Banks back. Just, I feel like she was just kind of like written out so suddenly with like no explanation. So I'd love to see her back. But I don't know if that will be tonight. But either way, I want Bianca Belair to win and keep winning and win forever.
Fair.
All right. And next we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship title match. The Street Profits versus the Usos. Yes.
What you think, Goose?
We want that smoke. I'm just glad that I don't have to see, as much as I love them all, I'm glad I don't have to see the Mysterios versus the Usos yet again.
Yeah, I know. 3 pay-per-views back to back.
This is the first time that it's like it hasn't been them as long as we've been watching it recently. But I don't know. After watching Montez Ford fight Roman at SmackDown,
He good?
I mean, that's a big match. So I don't know what that's setting up. If that's setting up some sort of beef, because if the Street Profits do beat the Usos tonight, then they have beef with the whole bloodline.
Right.
I don't know.
But the bloodline could be split up by the draft.
The bloodline could be split up.
Unless if they keep their titles, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
If they don't keep their titles,
Could you imagine the Usos versus RK Bro? Now wait a second.
No, wait a damn second.
I would watch RK Bro fight 2 cardboard boxes. I love them so much.
Yeah. Yeah, this match, I don't know. I honestly don't really have an opinion on it.
I've seen so little of the Street Profits that I'm like I like them.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I think Montez Ford is super whoa, remix. Acrobatic.
Right.
And I love to see that. It reminds me of Bianca Belair. Just like doing crazy ass moves.
Yeah.
Because she can.
Yeah.
Because he can. So I don't know. I don't know who. I think the Usos are probably going to win. They just made those bloodline shirts.
Yeah, right. You got to keep those shirts. They got to keep that merch for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because the Street Profits were pretty damn close to winning. Not obviously not last week, because Montez Ford fought Roman, but the week before that, they actually did have a pretty good match, against the Usos. And remember, like, Roman came in and like fucked them up because he was like, "My cousins are losing."
Sure.
Anyway,
Like he always does.
like he always does. He always comes in and saves their asses.
Not always.
Not always. Sometimes they come and save his ass.
And sometimes he plumb ignores them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an asshole. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I honestly I don't know. I haven't really thought about this match too much, to be honest.
There's always going to be one match that's just going to be like, it is going to go either way.
Right.
It's like hard to.
And this is another one of those that, like, it was just tag team matches. I feel like are very hard to build like a really good story off of. I think they did a pretty good job with the RK Bro versus
AJ Styles and
Omos. But this one kind of just sprung up. It's like because they were tag team, they really only have the one title they can go after as a team. So yeah, it's just kind of.
I agree. It feels kind of sudden, and that's part of what makes me think that the Usos are going to retain.
Yeah,
because it's
right.
Just kind of happened.
But again, I mean, I like Jimmy and Jey Uso. I think they're always good in the ring, and Angelo Dawkins is pretty good, but Montez Ford is like, that motherfucker's really, really good. So I'm excited to see what they create.
Yeah, no matter what, it's going to be.
I think it's going to be a pretty good match.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I agree with you. Usos
probably, yeah. All right, and finally, the last one. It's only been 30 minutes. This is a short stream. Anyway, the last match is going to be for the Universal Championship title.
Yes.
And it is Roman Reigns versus the Demon, Finn Balor.
The Demon.
Now, imagine my surprise when this motherfucker pops out and I'm like, Finn Balor has lost his fucking mind.
Right.
I had no idea he had this whole alter ego thing.
Right.
I don't know what it is about Finn Balor. He looks
like Smeagol.
He does look like Smeagol. Oh,
poor guy.
Sorry. But he just looks like so... Like, if you saw him outside of wrestling, he would be super shy.
Right.
That's what he looks like to me. Just, like, keeps to himself. And I don't know. That... I don't know what the fuck that is.
Right.
But maybe that's the point. Maybe he's supposed to be like, oh, he's so like shy and reserved, but then actually he's got the demon inside of him.
The demon. Yeah, that's that whole like he has to dig deep into this dark area, kind of like what they did with Edge. Yeah, little recycled storyline. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Finn Balor's always great. I mean,
Finn Balor's always great when he goes to the top rope and then jumps off and lands feet first on someone's bones and ribs. Like, it always looks painful. And I like his theme music.
Yeah.
His little thing that he does. I love that. I feel like Finn Balor, kind of like Liv Morgan, is super popular, but I wasn't there to see why.
Yeah.
So I've just like accepted that people like him a lot. But I'm still like, he's one of those ones where I'm like, he's not one of my favorites.
Right.
But regardless of that, I think Roman Reigns is going to retain his title. I hope so.
Yeah. That's the thing is that I think Roman Reigns won't lose his title until something big, like a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't enjoy seeing Roman's matches, but it's just there's always that sense in the back of my head like
he's gonna be fine.
I don't think this is the one.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, with Brock Lesnar, because it's Brock Lesnar, I think you could justify like if the title switches hands, it's because it's to this other big star.
Yeah.
Because again, I don't know how long he just kind of came back, and we haven't really seen him. So like, how much is he actually going to be around, and how much is he actually going to do? So that'll be interesting.
Speaking of Brock Lesnar, he is going to appear tonight, correct? Like, he has to.
I'm assuming so.
He hasn't been there in a month. And I don't know, the way Paul Heyman, by the way,
Paul
getting this whole sub storyline, I love it for him. Paul Heyman is like, if he was actually the way his character was in real life, he'd be a horrible, disgusting man.
Right.
But I find him so funny.
He's fucking hilarious. He's always been hilarious.
He's so funny. So, and just the fact that he's like even still up for like, oh, you want to like throw me up in the air?
Right.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. He used to be one of the color commentators for WWE.
That makes sense.
Yeah. He's fucking hilarious.
He's good. So I like that he's gotten like a little kind of not love triangle, business triangle going on between Roman and Brock. I think that's super interesting. And it seems to be that his alliance is going to stay with Roman Reigns.
Right.
Especially because from what I understand, Brock Lesnar like comes and goes very infrequently.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't make sense for him to like jump ship only for him to like bounce. But I still don't know how many secrets Paul Heyman is keeping.
Right.
Do you think Paul Heyman knew Brock Lesnar was coming to fucking SummerSlam? Because I think he did.
I don't know about all that.
I think he did.
But yeah, so I'm excited for this match. I think the concept of the demon, the demon. is very very interesting, and I'm kind of like seeing Charlotte Flair against Alexa Bliss. I'm excited to see like
what the fuck
is gonna happen.
I've never seen the demon wrestle.
Yeah, we saw him pop out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah,
at Friday Night SmackDown.
So it'll be like, what does he do? What does he do different? He
like grows tentacles and like sucks their souls.
I looked a little bit closer at that hair because at first I was like, are those dreads? They're not. We're clear there. They're like belts and pipes. It's very strange. I don't know what the fuck the demon is supposed to be. Like, I don't know. The body painting is pretty impressive though. That must take a long time.
Yeah. But I think again, this could be another situation where like, I don't know if Brock Lesnar comes out, it might be. I wouldn't want it to be at the very end of the match because he did that at SummerSlam. Mm-hmm. But if he comes out, I wouldn't be surprised if he like gives an F5 to Roman Reigns.
What is an F5?
That's his move. That's Brock Lesnar's.
Is that what he did to Paul Heyman?
That's what he was about to do to Paul Heyman. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then Roman spear.
But it's what he did to John Cena.
Oh gosh, I don't remember that.
Anyway, so I think he maybe gives Roman an F5. Finn goes to pin, and he still kicks out. So, I don't know.
I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. A lot could happen during this match. A lot of people could come out.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's fucking coming for Roman Reigns these days, so.
Yeah. And yet, he remains untouchable. Can we talk about... This has nothing to do with...
Well, we got a little time. We can shift course.
Can we talk about Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley, and Big E on Raw? What a hell of a match to have on a random Monday Raw.
Listen, Monday Night Raw this week was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was really good.
Yeah, just seeing... I'm curious what the ratings were for that night, because, yeah, that was a very exciting night. And also, yeah, that
match.
That triple threat, that was awesome.
We didn't know we were going to get it.
No.
That was, I think, the best part is, like, we were not looking forward to it because we didn't know it existed until that night.
And we've been saying this ever since Bobby Lashley was the WWE champion, that, like, it'd be kind of cool to see him go against Roman Reigns.
Well, Bobby Lashley's at this level where they've made him, like, well, until recently, near untouchable.
Right.
And some would argue that Big E only won because he had just done a whole match and
right.
was sleepy. But the one person that I think could defeat Bobby Lashley, like, in a full-blown match is Roman Reigns. They're, like...
I was going to say, but vice versa, level. Too.
Exactly.
Like, if there's anyone who could beat Roman Reigns, there's a good chance it would be...
Fucking Bobby Lashley.
Fucking Bobby Lashley.
So, I don't know. Also, were we getting a taste of what could be happening on SmackDown?
That's what
now
I hope.
Now that Bobby Lashley is not the champion and can roam free.
Could you imagine seeing Bobby Lashley being introduced by fucking MVP at SmackDown?
I can't imagine it.
And then we'd have like a fucking a really neat MVP versus Paul Heyman fight.
Oh Lord. Didn't MVP like break his ribs or some shit?
Yeah, the RKO broke his ribs.
Oh, that was funny. I mean, peace and blessings on a speedy recovery. But
yeah.
I don't think
our hearts go out to you, MVP.
MVP. You're the MVP in our hearts. No, you're not. You're an asshole. Anyway.
But yeah, Roman Reigns had a big week.
Today included, that's 4 matches in a week. Yeah. Which is more than he does in a month typically. So
yeah,
that's a lot. It's almost like suspiciously a lot. What are they doing? Why is he fighting so much?
Yeah.
What are they getting ready for? What is he doing?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's interesting. It is very interesting, and they were all good matches. Like,
yeah, it's Roman's.
The 6-man tag team, the triple threat, the Montez Ford, and now, well, I mean, I hope this match is good. I'm pretty sure this match is gonna be good.
I mean,
it's main event.
And Finn Balor is usually like, "Girl, what is he doing?" So
yeah,
it'll be fine. It'll be good.
What always worries me is that when they put Roman Reigns against these tiny men,
he's just so big.
When they did him versus Rey Mysterio in Hell in a Cell.
Oh yeah,
and he just fucking yeeted him right out of the fucking ring.
Yeah, but that's also a good... That's kind of like why I liked Charlotte and Nikki or Charlotte and Alexa.
Right.
Or anybody versus Rey Mysterio. Because they're so tiny, there's like a dynamic change in the way that... one has to be like speedy and nimble, and the other one can just be like brute force power. And I like seeing those differing dynamics in one match.
Ooh, you know what I just thought about? Going back to Friday Night SmackDown, it seemed they were setting up those fucking guys, Chad Gable and Otis.
They did have that very intense stare down where no words were spoken. Is that possibly indicative that there will be another match to defend their titles, meaning that they won't lose them, the Usos tonight?
Well, at least shows that the Alpha Academy wants I hate that name.
I hate it.
It's great, but I hate it. That they want a shot at the tag team titles, especially because Otis is just this fucking tank of a man.
Oh, Otis.
Fucking Otis. You know, Otis is like my age.
Yeah, he ain't that old. There's a whole storyline years ago, I think, back when Sonya Deville still wrestled, was a competitor. Which
we'll talk about that. Yeah.
But there was this whole story where like Otis was super nervous near women, and there's one lady wrestler whose name I forgot. She was like Sonya's partner.
One true villain come through.
she hasn't wrestled in a while. Actually, I think she's on NXT now. But she was like his best friend. And I watched one match, the match where she beat Sonya Deville to make Sonya Deville leave the WWE as a competitor. And Otis came out and was so happy that she won and then started doing the worm. So I like Otis. Yeah. He's
Scotty
sweet.
Too Hottie used to do the worm.
Who the fuck is that?
You don't know Scotty Too Hottie?
Okay. He's a wrestler, so, but he sounds fake.
He had like that 2000 like spiky blonde hair. He'd come out and he would dance with like Rikishi.
You're saying so much.
And he would do the worm. That was his like move.
Rikishi is the Usos' dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
He used to rub his ass in people's faces.
Which one?
Rikishi.
Oh.
Scotty Too Hottie would do the worm. That was his move.
Oh, okay. He wouldn't rub his ass in people's faces.
No. But Rikishi would.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about
We just did. But anyway.
But
a couple other little interesting things before we wrap up here. Sure. I didn't realize that the women's division only has one set of tag team titles.
Right. I think that's what it sounded like they were saying. And then they go back and forth. They defend on both shows. But there's only one women's tag team champions.
Yeah.
At a time. And so far, baby, right now, it's Rhea Ripley.
Super Brutality.
Super Brutality, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
It gives me RK Bro vibes, opposite best friends vibes.
Right.
Which, I mean, they saw how well it worked for RK Bro.
Yeah.
So is that why they got together? I don't know. But I like them.
Yeah, I like them too. And I'm really interested in this idea of them going up against Shotzi and Nox. Got to be careful with how they say those
Got to be
things.
careful with those I's and those N's.
Yeah.
For anyway.
Those syllables and those consonants.
You have to be careful with those letters and words. But yeah, I want to see more of Shotzi and Nox because
I want to see the TCB.
I love the TCB.
I love the TCB. But
also, I think they've only had like one or two matches.
Yeah.
Non-NXT. So I remember them being good.
Yeah.
So anyway, but maybe it seemed like they were setting that up anyway. So
yeah.
We might get more of that.
Yeah, and I want to see the tank more.
I want to see the tank. I want to see the tank tanking care of business.
Tanking care of business. But yeah, so I'm excited for tonight.
Yeah. I'm always excited for Pay-Per-View.
What if I thought of something earlier.
Y'all, you can see it in his eyes. He is sleepy. Oh shit.
I was thinking about the kickoff. What if they did I don't think they're gonna do this because I think they want to make a big deal out of it. But what if they did the Sonya Deville Naomi match at Extreme Rules kickoff?
I also agree that they won't do that because it's gonna be big for her to, because she hasn't had a match in like over a year.
Yeah.
But I will say, John's usually the one that calls all of these wrestling story points. But I would like to say during the very first time.
Oh, yeah.
When Naomi was like, I'm back on SmackDown. I want a match. And Sonya like blew her off and was like ignoring her on the phone. I was like, interesting. I do believe at one point soon now, especially after SmackDown, I think Sonya Deville's going to go in the ring again against Naomi. And right. I will love to see it. Naomi doesn't get enough matches.
No, we haven't seen her since she was on Raw.
Yeah.
And SmackDown is such a good platform for her. Yeah. Anyway.
And she's... here's another thing that I'm interested in the draft. And I don't know what the history is with this. But now it's like so many of the wrestlers are married to each other.
Right.
Are they okay with splitting up relationships? Because if you think about it, Naomi's married to one of the Usos. They're both on SmackDown.
It's just funny where you said that.
What?
Is WWE okay with splitting up relationships?
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But like so far, like, a lot of them are on the same show.
Right.
And I wonder if that's purposeful.
Maybe.
And if that would have any effect on the draft.
Yeah. I don't know. We will see.
We will see.
But
it would suck, though, to, like, be on a different show from your person.
We'll see about... Well, it's going to be a little harder to do an aftermath show on this one. But we'll try.
Just scheduling-wise.
Yeah, because Kendra's got work during the week. I do too, but my rehearsals for my show are at night, and she works during the day, so it's like we're not.
Yeah, we're on
really,
opposite schedules right now.
But who knows? We'll see about doing a discussion maybe during that same draft stream,
right?
If we do that.
Yeah. So make sure you're following us on all of our social medias, so you can see what we're gonna do and when.
Yeah, and be sure you're following us here.
Yes, on Twitch.
That way you can be notified when we do pop up. We don't only talk about wrestling. We talk about all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Entertainment wise, but these wrestling streams are particularly fun.
Yeah.
Because it's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
Yeah. We love it.
We love wrestling.
But yes, please. If you missed part of the stream, don't worry. We're gonna throw the whole thing up on YouTube in just a little bit, so you can check that out, and then let us know what your predictions are for tonight's card. We're very, very interested. We want to see if it aligns with ours, and if it doesn't, that's okay. We want to hear why.
We'll see who wins.
We'll see who wins.
We'll see who gets the most predictions correct.
So yeah, I think that is it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm the drama bull.
And I am the bloodline bitch.
Hang on, before we go, I know we were just kind of segueing into an exit. When they said bloodline bitches, Kendrick immediately thought of just being the bloodline bitch.
Well, because my immediate thought was that's a fantastic name.
Right.
And I love it. And it very much describes me. So why not just take it and roll with it? And so I did.
That's pretty great, though.
And now I must be referred to as the bloodline bitch from here on out.
Yeah, and I'm the drama bull.
Drama bull.
Anyone who understands that reference, you're an OG. I mean, I feel like that's one that, if nothing else, everyone knows. Everyone knows the Brahma Bull.
Yeah.
Everyone knows The Rock.
Well, I will give you, everyone knows The Rock.
He got the fucking Brahma Bull on. Man, fuck you.
Does he still have that?
He's got a different version of it.
Interesting. Anyway.
All right, I'm going to go drink some more coffee.
Yeah, he needs some more fucking coffee.
He needs some milk.
He needs some goddamn milk.
Oh, we don't have any milk.
We don't have any milk. Anyway. We'll talk to you guys next time. I hope. Oh, I'm blurry. Hold on. Focus on me, please.
Focus.
Focus. God damn it.
Put your
I did.
Your
it
thumb
worked.
close.
It's good. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, enjoy the pay-per-view. Let us know what you think. Tweet at us.
Let us know what you get to eat. What's your
What is your pay-per-view food? We do classic wings and pizza.
Yeah, because it's delicious.
Because it's delicious.
Finally, some good fucking food.
Good fucking food, and it's not raw.
It's not raw.
Anyway,
that's tomorrow night.
That's tomorrow night. But yeah, let us know what you guys think. Have a good pay-per-view night, and we'll see you before the next one.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
Peace.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, feel free to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. See you next time.